Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.
And it is a beautiful Thursday morning. Welcome into Sunshine's Corner. It's Thursday, and yes, we have something great to talk about, as always. And today, I think we have taken it to another level. The guest that's with me today, we're going to be talking about something that's so prevalent, I do believe, to our community. As a matter of fact, it's a celebration of over 40 years of something that happened in Birmingham, Alabama, many years ago, and we all know about the 16th Street Baptist Church. And I want to say to my guest this morning, Mr. David Hawkins from I wanted to say something else, but I wouldn't do it to hurt your feelings. I got a laugh out of it, right? No, that joke I told was on the tip of my tongue. But good morning, David.
Good morning. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you so much. And of course, we've got my friend, Dr. Lusharon Wiley. Thank you for coming in so we can talk. And of course, my friend for many years, Jeff Nall.
Pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. And we are going to be talking. Let me say this first of all. I want you to get yourself, sit there, get your cup of coffee, and get ready, because during this conversation today, about 9:40, 9:45, we are going to hear from Doug Jones himself.
Correct.
He is going to be calling in to talk about all that's coming up. And to make it even better, he's on his way to Pensacola.
Yes.
To speak to our community about something, that tragedy that happened in Birmingham, Alabama. We know about the girls. When I was reading an article you sent me, and I thought this caption was absolutely amazing. Girls say when they go to church, but it ended up being a tomb. And I thought that spoke volume for what it said. And with the fact that with Doug Jones, the former Attorney General, Senator, that he went back and wrote a book all about this, and then he even represented. For those young people there in Birmingham, when you would think that's so far back in our thought process, but yet it is in our community, it is forefront. And I am so pleased to have that conversation today. You were about to say something.
Yeah, I was saying, a lot of people are familiar with the name Senator Doug Jones.
Yes.
What a lot of people don't know is he was the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Alabama.
Exactly.
Who actually successfully prosecuted two of the perpetrators of the horrific crime. So this goes back in history before he was on the stage that we most of us
remember
know him from.
Mm-hmm.
In his book, which we won't get into, because I know you're going to ask him some questions when he calls, the first trial was in 1977.
Exactly.
Bill Baxley was the Alabama Attorney General, and Senator Jones was in law school. And in his book, he talks about skipping school to go watch the trial.
Exactly.
Someone had told him, seek out people who do it well and watch them.
Exactly.
So his connection to all this even goes back further than his trials, which were in 2001 and 2002.
That's right.
So it's
It's
amazing and very respectful story.
And that philosophy still works today. Seek out people who are doing things that's winning and watch them.
Yes.
And I believe that till today, that you hang around people who are successful, then that's going to rub off on you to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's what he mimics, and we're mimicking that today. And Dr. Wiley, you've got this smile on your face. I can see the excitement in your face.
Well, I am excited because for me, I'm probably not as big a historical buff as Jeff Nall.
Right.
But I love history, and I love when people walk off the pages of history.
Yes.
That I can actually be in their presence. And so for me to see someone, to get to hear someone who actually changed history, what an honor. What an honor.
Yes,
and
it is.
you know what's even more exciting, and as you already stated, I am here with Equity Project Alliance. David is with Joe Morris, and you're with the Bar Association. But for all of us to partner around something that's so significant.
Exactly.
And I thought it was awesome when Jeff reached out to say, hey, you all want to do this? And of course, I always have to mention Julian McQueen, because the thing that's so interesting to me is that Julian was born and bred in Birmingham.
Really?
And so for all of this to now come full circle, his sister, Elizabeth McQueen, is the one who created the sculpture for the Civil Rights Museum. The sculpture of the 4 young ladies who were killed, that's her sculpture. So it is how history pivots and comes back to where it began.
Yes, it does. Yes, and that's what's happening now. I want to give David a chance to say something, get him into this conversation. To say this, David, I want to really tap you on your shoulder because of the fact that what he does is when he sees something that's beneficial for this community, David is always there.
Yes.
I mean, you can go to David, and with this to see that the three of you partnered to get this, to make it possible that people here in Pensacola can experience this, to get history right in your hands for somebody that was there to write about it and bring it alive. And I say thank you, David.
Well, thank you for taking the initiative for first and foremost to acknowledge what we're trying to do in the community. But I want to take you back. You talked about history. I actually lived history. I grew up in Evergreen, Alabama.
Right.
And when I was a kid, I remember this from my childhood. And my grandfather talked to me about, he said, son, there's going to come a day when you're going to be able to have an equal opportunity at the table.
Exactly.
He said, you need to prepare yourself now.
That's right.
So that you can be a part of that opportunity.
Right.
And I thought about that when we talked and you talked, and I thought about, I said, you know, my grandfather's dream is still living today. Even we talk a lot about Martin Luther King's dream, but my grandfather had a dream too. And I just, it just struck me when we talked about it. And then, of course, I looked at my family, my Joe Morrison Son Funeral Home family, and how some of the younger people that we try to mentor don't really know.
I agree.
They don't know the history.
I agree 100%.
And so it's important that we do what we're supposed to do while we're here, so that they can learn. And they can learn also that we care.
Most certainly, most certainly.
And if I may add, you know, the Bar Association, for people who aren't familiar with what that is, that's an association of attorneys and judges in the two-county area, just like the Teachers Association or the Medical Society. You know? So we don't typically do community events.
Right.
But in speaking with Senator Jones, it became very evident that this was more than a presentation about legal maneuvering and preservation of evidence, which is all very interesting. But there's also, as they say, a lesson to learn. And it would not have been possible without these folks.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's give them their flowers.
Julian and Kim McQueen, Dr. Wiley, Innisfree Hive Foundation, Equity Project Alliance, David and Joe Morris Funeral Home.
Yes.
You know, to make this a community event, this is outside of our wheelhouse. And it would not have happened without these people. And my hat's off to you, thank you. And I think it's a lesson that the community, we don't need to repeat some things in our history, and so to talk about justice can finally be achieved, even though it took him 40 years.
40 years, but that's okay.
So again, thank you all for being such wonderful partners.
And thank you for the opportunity. But when I continue to think about how history touches us, I have a part of my history is the Tuskegee Institute, now University. David grew up in Evergreen, Alabama. I just said that Julian McQueen and his sister Birmingham. And so for us to be able to all have a piece of that I have been amazed at how it just came together. And I thank you for extending the invitation to join you. And I know you came to me as a result of a mutual friend who said, check them out. And so you also are from Alabama. Am I correct in
Montgomery,
that?
Alabama.
You're not from Montgomery. Come on, tell it.
Born in Lowndes County, Alabama.
Now we're getting there.
And proud of it. And proud of it. But you know, I say this and I listen as you talk, right? And I just look at what I see in people's faces, because I've always been told, my mother taught me, said, look at a person's eyes. That's going to tell you where they are, because their eyes are the windows to the soul. And as the three of you were speaking, I can see what was coming from the heart. And with this happening, and what we were talking as the lack of for our younger generation now, who is really going to be our tomorrow, we've got to educate them as much as we can. But I say this, what do you think by us bringing this to the forefront, to educate our community, even what Doug Jones has already done and with his book, what impact do you think that's going to have on the community to get the part, to hear this, to see this, to be a part of what a man wrote about? So he had to go out to do all of the work to bring this book to life. What impact do you think that's going to hold on our community?
Well, for me, I think and I hope that our young people, as I see what's going on in our inner city and our community, I hope that they could take just a moment to get a sound bite, to see, look, let me show you where we came from. Let me show you what's happened before. Let me show you why you've got to press on. Let me show you what you can be a part of and how you can succeed.
Right.
We don't have time to diddle and daddle and play games and do these little idiosyncrasies, I call them, out in the community.
I agree.
We need to be about my Father's business, which is making sure we take care of each other.
Exactly. I agree. And yes, you picked that paper, but I know Jeff so well.
Well, going back, I think the title to his presentation is "Never Too Late for Truth. It's Never Too Late for Justice." I think that says a whole lot.
Can I pause you right there? Never too late for justice. Never too late for truth. Now, I want you to connect that with what's happening in the world today. How powerful that can be for what's going on right now. It is never too late. Even though this was 40 years ago when he did what he did, but it's so prevalent in 2025. And with that message being brought to us here in Pensacola, we need to convey that message even more so with things that are happening now, that it's never too late. So we, the ones that are out on the battlefield that are fighting, we got to hold on to that theme right there. It's never too late.
Exactly.
I mean,
And I think just continuing to speak truth,
right.
Continuing to ally and align ourselves with others who are willing to have a conversation.
Exactly.
To build a community that, once we know the truth,
Right.
is indeed, knowing the truth will set you free.
Absolutely.
Free to what? Free to think.
Yes.
Free to learn.
Yes.
Free to take the opportunity to
Without a
make a
question.
difference. And when David said from his grandfather's lips, it's resonating with him today. And like David, as a little girl, I can remember the bombing, and I can remember not understanding what was going on. And today, I still don't understand what's going on.
That's right.
But what I do know is that I want to be on the side of truth.
Right.
I want to be on the side of justice. And I want to work with others to make our community a better community that can forge forward together.
Absolutely. I agree with you 150%. Let me say this. I apologize to our audience every day because you know that if Jimmy would move that off the screen right now, what we are in the process of, you know that you see it all over social media that we have moved. We are moving into a new location. This is our temporary studio. And I was talking to the contractor today. Get this. We'll be up there. They're moving everything. We're coming. But the fact of it, you may hear a little noise, but that's only because of the fact that we are getting better so that we can bring to you better quality of what's happening right here in our community. So bear with us. It won't be long. And I'll say that.
we all look forward to coming back.
Oh, you will be back because it's going to be something great. I mean, like, it's never too late. All we got to do is hold on to it and it will be there. But as you were saying, Jeff, I want to go back to your statement that you were making. We're talking about the justice, and it's never too late for that. And all that Senator Jones is bringing to Pensacola. First, we want to incorporate that everybody need to get their tickets so they can come to this event.
Yes.
That would be helpful.
That would, because of what you all have already brought to the table to make it possible. And I tell people often when they come to me, they say, "Oh, we want to have this." I said, "Baby, it's not free, but you got to support."
Yes. Yes.
Well, and thanks to them, we can make it more affordable.
Exactly.
And that was our goal, is to make it as affordable as we possibly can. We know
we know how things are.
Yeah, we know how things are. But yeah, if people want to buy tickets, we have several different options. People can buy an individual ticket for $30.
Right.
Or if they want to sit with 8 of their friends, we'll do a slight discount for a table of 8 for $220.
Right.
We do ask that tickets be purchased by September the 11th. Our fantastic caterer, he said, "You got to give me a date." I promised. Head count on September 11th.
Who's catering the food? I caught you off guard.
Rob Johnson, Signature Catering.
Okay. Good stuff.
But the tickets are available on the Bar Association's website.
Right.
And you probably have that on
Yes,
the
we all
screen
have that.
sometime. It's just esrba.com. You can give us a call at 850-434-8135. They do it online, they do it with a credit card. I'll call them up and say, hey, thank you very much. Where can I bring your ticket to?
Absolutely.
So we will have hard tickets.
Oh, is it possible they can purchase tickets at the door?
Not unfortunately.
No, because the caterer says he got to know how many he's going to feed, so you got to get your...
Unfortunately, we cannot accommodate walk-ins. Would like to, but in today's reality of cost, we got to be right on the number.
Absolutely. And I want to encourage everybody that's viewing us today, and when you do this, make sure that you tell your friends that they can watch this show tonight, because it's going to replay tonight at 6 o'clock for those who do not get the opportunity to see it today. And if you did not get all of those numbers that Jeff was giving out, do this. Go to my Facebook page, go to all 4 of them. And it's all there. I got the information there. I have it on Blab page as well. But go there, find out the information. You can go get your tickets. When we come back, we're going to talk more about getting closer with talking with Senator Jones as he calls in here today on Sunshine's Corner.
Good day, Pensacola. Welcome to a new segment on health and wellness sponsored by Baptist Healthcare in partnership with Sunshine's Corner. Every first Wednesday of the month during Sunshine's telecast, we're going to be bringing you information about health and wellness and ways to make sure we're improving the quality of your health care here in Pensacola. After all, we want to ensure that you're going to the right place at the right time and for the right reason, and that you don't feel alone. Can't wait to see you.
At FPL, we plan for storm season all year long. We're strengthening poles to better withstand severe weather. We're clearing lines to improve resiliency, and we're constantly training teams to act at a moment's notice. Because we're always working, always preparing. So when storms do hit, you can count on us. FPL, working for you every single day.
I'm Emily Echeverria, Marketing Communications Director for Council on Aging of West Florida and the host of Coming of Age. Watch our show to find out what we're doing for our seniors and their families, and hear from area experts and local business owners about their programs and services. Want to help? Find out how you can work with us to bring a better future to our seniors. Watch Coming of Age, 3:30 p.m. Wednesdays, only on Blab TV.
Take a ride on the Pensacola Beach Island Trolley. From now until September 4th, from 4 p.m. to midnight, tour Pensacola Beach for free on the Island Trolley. Our open-air trolleys allow riders to take in all the fun and sun of Pensacola Beach. Plus, riders will be able to track the trolley's location, making it easier for everyone to plan ahead and enjoy the ride. To learn more about the Pensacola Beach Island Trolley, head to visitpensacolabbeach.com/trolley-information. See you on the trolley.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner, as we hit every corner in Pensacola to let you know what's going on, what's important to you. That's why we call this show your most informative show on the Gulf Coast. Can't nobody do it the way I do it here. And I'll say that with pride. Because we reach for those conversations that are difficult to have, but you can feel comfortable having them here with me, because I believe, just as you said and what you said earlier, if we talk about something, we can come up with a better solution. But if it's just it's not going anywhere.
Right.
So let's talk about it. And when you were talking about with what everything that's coming up with this, why is it so important for the three of you, when your conversation came up, when you think about with me what it does to my heart on the inside when I see those little girls, the pictures that I see. I think I had a picture to put up of the church that the bombing took place. There is so much knowledge that we need to educate our younger generation on, so that they won't think that this at church. I mean, when the police that was there, that these young people were going to church. And think about the tragedy that happened. But my thought for what I see in the world today, that we mature people have got to really take a hold. So that we can educate, so stories like this won't get lost.
Yes, yes.
So history like this won't get lost. As you can see, history is trying to be taken away from us. But we, as the one who live the history every day, got to be able to teach it every day. This is so important to our community for what you're doing, and for Doug Jones to come. I met him years ago through a friend of mine, Assistant Attorney General Fred Bell in Montgomery, that I met him a while back. But the fact of it is, with you bringing this here today, the importance, such a time as it is, tell me what it is that, even more so than that, Jeff, that's that thing on the inside that you see with the world how it is, that this is so important to keep this history going.
Well, I think, one, we need to commemorate. Some folks may not know the anniversary is actually September 15th.
September 15th.
So that's why we timed this for him to come down.
On the 19th.
So we can focus that remembrance. And we do need to remember. And back to your kind of question about, like the three of us, when our voices unite, we're louder, but we don't have to be volume loud.
Exactly.
It says more.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
And so that's why I'm so fortunate to be here with these folks, and with the support of our bar president, Rebecca Gillian, who says, this is history we need to learn. There's something for attorneys. Like I said, in the book he talks about just evidence that just disintegrates, memories that get old, or people that pass away, trying to put something together 40 years later. So that's going to be the interesting legal part.
Exactly.
But the depth that he goes into about the families, the different dynamics, the different opinions on moving forward so long, stirring up or not, or the truth, injustice.
Exactly.
It's never too late.
Exactly.
So some of the, I would say, backstory that he has that no one else has because of his long history with this case is very interesting for the community. So I think there's something in it for everybody, and I hope everybody will walk away learning something.
Absolutely. And you smiling.
And I think for me, a lot of it has to do with the similarities that we see today.
Absolutely.
And even though that one occurred so many years ago, we're still seeing tragic incidents throughout America. We have seen people being killed in churches in our very recent history. We're seeing people being killed in schools. America has, it seems like we've turned an eye to all the evil that's out there. We're sort of saying, oh, another one. Let's not have an attitude of, oh, another one, because lives matter. Families are destroyed and hurt when people are killed. And so if we bring it to the forefront to say, yes, this happened in '63, but look at the escalating violence that we're seeing in the United States of America today. Are we a united people? Are we a people that care about each other? Are we willing to say, not our city, not here? Together, united voices can make a difference.
Yes, they can.
And what you all have been saying, the underlying theme here has been, let's talk about it. Let's have the conversations. Let's not run away from it.
Absolutely.
And we know this. We know that Dr. King said it is always the right time to do the right thing.
Always.
And so if this is the right time to escalate the conversation, to focus on what is happening, and to say we can do better together.
Absolutely. And David, as I see that you're focused and you're listening so attentively, that even with the shooting just a few weeks ago with the school, that this has escalated from back in 1963. And I think it couldn't have been a better time that you chose to bring it to Pensacola to celebrate the 40th. I say commemorate, I don't want to say celebrate this. I mean, not that way. I mean, to commemorate what happened back in 1963 is absolutely a way that we can speak volumes by just allowing people to come in to hear all of what he had to do, even like you say with some things, how history just disappears, and what he had to do to find the points for his book. If I want to encourage people that are viewing us today, don't let this opportunity pass. Because here is something that you can learn from. This is on a personal note, what this man has to go out to do that can share with us on something that happened in our community, that's happening still in our community today. So what did we learn from '63 to 2025? What have we learned during that span of time that's going to cause us to be different? We see now that it's happening all over again. There's something there that's missed.
Unfortunately, history is starting to repeat itself.
Exactly.
And if we don't decide among ourselves we're going to be part of the solution rather than be part of the problem, then, I hate to say it, but we're doomed to fail. We've got to carry the banner forward. And it takes people more than just one or two people. It takes the whole village.
Exactly.
All of us. We've got to care, number one, but then number two, you've got to translate that care into action. What are you going to do about it?
Exactly.
How are you going to tell your story? What are you going to do? How's it going to start? Is it going to start with school kids? Is it going to start at church? But you need to be part of the solution.
I agree. And you were really doing that. That took me back to a question that I wrote last night. I said, how can ordinary citizens, teachers, parents, church leaders help carry the responsibility of telling the truth and ensuring justice for the future generation? I mean, that was right on time, because that was, for it to come out with what I had written down last night. But the fact of it is, all of these points that we're making today is something that we hope that's going to just go out and just be so, do it like this. The conversation I had last night that I told you about. It's just in a conversation that opened up a door to see where it's needed, even with this person that was working doing the same thing from years ago, from Montgomery, Alabama. But I say all of that to say, and what we got to learn to do, this is me, I, personal pronoun. I think that we have got to stop being I. There are so many of us, I cannot do it alone, Jeff.
But we can, as we.
We can. If we would take away the I, there's no little I, because there's a big us. That's my vision of what I see. Even back from 1963 with all that tragedy, I was a kid then, but I read about it. The fact of it is that even today, for what I see in this community right here, we as a community need to come together. Don't whisper behind your back when you move. Stand up and do it then. Come together as a community. I'm talking red, yellow, black, white, or brown. All of us need to talk about it.
And not say they ought to do something.
Yes.
How about we ought to do something?
We ought to do something.
What can I do?
I get so passionate when it comes to that, because I feel, and I say this every day, and I ask people to do this, weave us together. And we get that woven there that's tight. There's nothing we can't do. But don't think that you can do it alone just because. We're not going to get anywhere, David. We'll be sitting here talking the same thing. Well, I tried to get it done, Sonny, but it didn't happen.
And you know what you're saying is so true, and it reflects back even to my business with my Joe Morrison Son Funeral Home family. I tell them all the time, our staff members, that as a team, we're great. But one of us, can't do it. But when we all come together and say, hey, we're stronger than our weakest link, you can make a difference.
Absolutely. Have you gotten out to all the churches to get this flyer into all the churches so they can get these members to come out, for everybody who can come in with the pastors to come in there on that day to have lunch?
We'd love your help in getting that information.
I have a roster.
Well, we'll make sure you have every piece of information you
I'm
need.
saying this because even if the church can't get there, the members, because sometimes people may have to work. But the fact of it is, I think that every leader, it's just like that question that came up last night, every leader should be there so that I can come back and share with my congregation what the need is and how we can make a change.
Yeah, we'd appreciate your help with that, and kind of give you a little segue about the timing.
Okay.
That's one thing people will want to know. We are having a buffet, so lunch is included. So the doors and the buffet will open at 11 o'clock.
Exactly.
Senator Jones will start his presentation at noon.
Exactly.
So for those who want to come early, have a little bit more time than other folks, and want to get their food and get settled, please come on if you can, because we would like everybody to be seated, when he starts at 12. So the presentation will be 12 till 1:15, and then for those who can stay, Q&A afterwards. So we've got something set up for those that have a more flexible schedule, but we also want to be mindful to have the majority of the content in that more traditional lunch hour.
Absolutely.
So come on at 11, get your tickets, and we look forward to it.
And for all the business that if you and take your lunch at the same time, come on over and eat, have lunch there.
Yes. Yes.
Go to the program and go back to work.
That's right.
I mean, you got it all. You go to lunch every day. Let that be your lunch, where you're going to walk away with a wealth of information. It's going to be inspiring everybody.
So you
Stay
say
close.
lunch and learn?
Huh?
Lunch and learn?
Hello. Exactly. But we're going to talk more about that because Senator Doug Jones is going to be calling in here in just a little bit. We're going to be hearing from him. We're going to talk about, just to let you know just how important it is for you to go ahead and get your tickets right here on Sunshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Keep going, more. No, stop!
Come see us at Royal Appliance Outlet. We have refrigerators, washers and dryers, stoves, beautiful furniture from all of your name brands that you know and trust. Samsung, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, and GE, all at discount prices. Come visit us today at 1612 Face Boulevard. You're gonna love our easy credit to help you bring all of your favorite furniture home. Come visit Royal Appliance Outlet.
It's baseball season. From heart-stopping plays to legendary victories, this is baseball at its finest. Grab your seat, bring your energy, and witness greatness live. Don't just watch it, feel it. The Pensacola Blue Wahoos are back, and you can watch Pensacola Blue Wahoos home games live on Fridays and Saturdays, only on Blab TV. Love the Blue Wahoos but can't watch? Get your tickets now.
The Emerald Coast Utilities Authority's state-of-the-art materials recycling facility processes recyclables for communities throughout the region, lowering need for more landfills. This highly efficient recycling service accepts glass, paper, cardboard, plastics, aluminum, and more. But we need your help. Please make sure your recyclables are clean of garbage, food, and liquids. Also, please remember that plastic shopping bags, foam products, or yard waste are not recyclable. To learn more, go to livegreenecua.com.
My guest member.
And welcome back to Jeff, who's going to take the period right here and go on with it. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Sunshine.
Jeff is my friend, okay? Look, I love him with a perfect kind of love. But listen, if we're talking about the anniversary celebration that's going on with Senator Doug Jones is going to be coming into Pensacola on September 19th, but we would urge people to get their tickets before, what's that deadline?
Before September 11th. We
Before
really
September.
appreciate that.
Oh,
Have
September
to be firm
11th.
on that. That's
9/11, you can't forget.
Unfortunately, that's a day that folks remember as well.
Exactly. But that's a good thing, top of mind.
That is the date, and the Brownsville Community Center can hold quite a few folks.
Yes,
so
it can.
we do want to make sure that everybody has the experience we want them to have, which means that they have plenty of food and a place to sit.
Exactly.
So we do appreciate that deadline of September 11th. They can get tickets, individual tickets for $30 or a table for $220.
And think about it, you can get that ticket. You go to McDonald's and buy a hamburger, you spend the $30. I mean, you get 2 hamburgers for your kids, but you spent $30. And David, you were about to say something because I saw you smiling. When it comes to this about reaching the churches, what do you think this impact going to do as far as events like this, as lunch? Is it going to help strengthen our partnerships with people like that in the churches? Because we need that back again. Because you think about it, back in those days,
Church was the foundation.
that was the foundation. That was our spot. That was our place that my parents ran to. But with partnerships like this, and I'm sure this event is going to really, I wanted to be that same captivating force to get people back, that I can feel comfortable going back to my church. So, but the only way we're going to do that, we got to get the church to get involved. How do you think this partnership with this is going to help with that?
Well, I think it's a good beginning, and I say a beginning because even though things are going on in our churches today, we still need to keep going. We just digging. We still need. There's an axiom. My grandfather, who was a Baptist minister, used to talk about all the time, feeding not only your body but feeding your soul as well. And this is part of that feed that I feel like that we could do in terms of if we give, especially our young people, I'm so hooked on that. If we give them an opportunity to see where we came from, but more importantly, see where they can go and continue to keep that on top of their head, top of mind, and hopefully it'll catch in. It'll catch in because stop and think about it. You remember what you heard about that bombing. You remember what you did. You were probably too young. but the important thing is that, as I told you before about my grandfather, taking that time to educate just a moment and say, hey, this too can change.
Right.
That's the part that I feel like that our churches can help us with.
Exactly.
Because they can instill in everybody that's there, their audience, need to be part of that change.
Exactly, I agree. And those pictures, where he put them up, it brings back memories for what I've read, the things that I've learned. And what we got to also, I think, with this, if we can get our children to pick up a book.
Novel idea.
Come on, pick up a book. Read. And I'm not talking picking up your iPad.
What?
I said not picking up your iPad. Pick up a book. It's a difference. It's a difference when you pick up a book and flip those pages. And I think that's the thing that we got to do to keep our history going. And I am so transparent when it comes to this because I just hate it with a passion, that with our history trying to be taken away anyway. So we got to educate our kids how to do it. You understand what I'm saying? We got to. And with this event like this, I wish it were possible that we could have more young people come to this, to hear and see, to experience this. So when they get on their, back on these, they use, man, did you know that? I mean, you understand how they talk. But what I'm saying is with this, I think with opportunities like this, they can be taught firsthand to learn something that happened that affects them to this day. And with this that you're bringing is a great opportunity, and I pray that some of the younger generation, the younger adults who are lacking in the history, will come out to this and learn something.
You know, it's interesting, when we did the tribute to Reverend H.K. Matthews last week, also a Baptist minister, also a person who was in the civil rights movement, who marched with Dr. King, was beaten, etc. One of the things that stood out to me as those tributes were being done were the young people who stood up and said, he was willing to listen to me. He said, you can do this. So while we put a lot on our young people in terms of listening, we also got to be there in terms of mentoring, encouraging, and letting them know it's okay. You can take a leadership role, and we're just here to be the shoulders that you stand on.
Absolutely.
And so I think that when we talk about getting younger people involved, it goes back to David's point. What are we willing to do?
Exactly.
Are we willing to link arms with them to say, hey, we think this is important, we want to help you to learn about it, and we're going to be here for you. So many ancestors will not share their history.
Exactly. It's like this.
They will not share the history. Tell the story. Tell the story. When my grandson called and asked me, as a Tuskegee University graduate and someone who helped to go out and get people in the community of Tuskegee to register to vote in the face of resistance. I had just said that in passing. So he called me and he said, I want to know more about that.
Hey.
You want to know more?
That's right.
You listened? You heard what I said?
I hear you.
Take the time.
Exactly.
Share the story.
Exactly.
And be someone who will answer honestly.
Most certainly. And David, you will let, you say, but David he was looking, he was saying
David,
something.
Go to David.
Oh, the only thing I was going to just say to you is that I was thinking about the Joe Morris family and how Mrs. Morris, who was, she was a big voice in terms of getting things done in the community. And she talked to me and counseled me. And one of the things she made me promise was that I would be a doorkeeper for her. And I told her that's my intention, is to make sure this part of history, in terms of Belmont and Davila Street, stays alive. And similarly speaking, being that doorkeeper, this is what we need to do as adults. We're all doorkeepers.
Exactly.
Let's make sure that our young people and everyone else, even young adults, like you said, they know the stories so that we don't become a part of it again. Because every day you see something else is going on.
I was just going to say, and very well put, I noticed the same thing at the community service that night, that the enthusiasm of the young people and the way they felt mentored, and I know a lot of times all of us of a certain age, all those young kids, they do this, they do that, they won't do this, they won't do that. But what I got from the ones that were talking about the mentorship from Reverend Matthews was, he didn't tell them how to get there. They might get there a different way than we get there, but we're there.
Exactly.
As a shoulder and to share, but also to allow them to flourish in a different way. So I think we have to encourage and find that happy medium between these are mistakes you might want to avoid, but take it your path. And I think that was very well said. That was kind of a theme that evening.
Exactly. Well, he was a man that left such a legacy. I mean, and he was just he was just a giant. I mean, to talk with him, it was just unbelievable what you would just get from a conversation.
A warm smile, and it just radiated through you, even though you started to say something you wanted to talk about. He had we call him Dr. HK. Dr. HK had a way of he'd smile at you and he'd look at you. Hawkins, we can do this. We can do
that was him.
That meant hit your pocket.
But with this, and as we are seeing now with this event that's coming in on the 19th of September, we want to encourage everybody, please get your tickets. Go to all of my social media pages. You can inbox me. You can find out everything you need to find out so you can get your tickets and be there. The deadline is September 9/11, so that you can get your tickets, have your meals ordered, so you can be a part of this history-making event that's happening in Pensacola, Florida, with Senator Jones coming in. And I say to you, with the work behind this, and it's not done yet, I commend anybody who put their resources together to make things happen for a change. Change is necessary. It may not feel good, but it's absolutely necessary. And that is exactly what you're doing. You're not talking about it, you're being about it. You're doing it. You're stepping out and inviting the community to come in and take a bite out of this so that you can learn and be also somebody some of these younger people can lean on so they can go to the next level as well. I commend you for that, because it takes a lot of work, and I know that it does. And with this, I mean, the excitement that I hear in your voice every time I talk to you. I mean, no, but Jeff, he does think when he gets these ideas, it's like that. And the same thing is with you, Dr. Wiley. You come up with things and I'll get an email. But the fact of it, and with David, what you doing, lady? I mean, but he's always there. I don't believe there's anything that I could say that any of the three of you have not done that the community is not aware of, because it takes that to be the part that you're doing to be successful. And with Senator Doug Jones coming in, I just tell you, this is going to be one to be remembered.
I believe so as well.
It's going to be one to be remembered. When you think about that bombing that went on, and I want to say this, it may sound as if I want to say this to bring it back to your top of mind. This happened in 1963. And look at the shooting that happened in 2025, just a few weeks ago. Kids. Think about last year. Kids. Think about in Carolina, in the church, praying, shootings. It is still happening today, but today is happening more frequent. What is the link that we're missing as a community to stop the frequency from being so rapid? It's all because I think of what you're saying. The knowledge is power. Educate, to show, to be that example. And I think that's a part of the puzzle right here, that we got to make sure that we get some of our young people to be more into what we're trying to educate them on, so that their path will be easier to walk than what is happening today. That's just from the inside of me. I think so. We're going to be back and talk more, because Senator Jones is going to be calling in here in just a little bit, so don't go anywhere. Keep it where you got it, right here, Sunshine's Corner.
My name's Kelly McLeod. I'm the owner of Bella Magazine. Bella is a source of uplifting and inspiring content for the women of Pensacola.
I think the magazine is just so thoughtfully done. There's a lot of attention to detail. The stories are really good.
You've got seriousness, you've got fun, education, fashion. It just encompasses everything.
Women are multidimensional, and so is Bella.
From the efficiency of American natural gas and the dependability of nuclear power, to the strength of Florida's sunshine and the flexibility of advanced battery storage systems, we leverage a diverse mix of energy sources to power our growing state, ensuring reliable, low-cost power for your home or business whenever you need it. FPL, working for you every single day.
Take a ride on the Pensacola Beach Island Trolley. From now until September 4th, from 4 p.m. to midnight, tour Pensacola Beach for free on the Island Trolley. Our open-air trolleys allow riders to take in all the fun and sun of Pensacola Beach. Plus, riders will be able to track the trolley's location, making it easier for everyone to plan ahead and enjoy the ride. To learn more about the Pensacola Beach Island Trolley, head to visitpensacolabbeach.com/trolley-information. See you on the trolley.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner, and believe me, a woman of my word. If I say it, believe it. If I say it, it's gonna happen. And right now, we have the pleasure of going to the phone because Senator Jones is on the phone with us today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Senator Jones. This is Jeff. How are you this morning?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thank you, guys.
I'm here with Sonshine, our host, and Dr. Lusharon Wiley with Equity Project Alliance, and David Hawkins with Joe Morrison's Son Funeral Home, and we're having a good conversation and talking about the event, and I'll turn it back over to our host.
Well, Senator Jones, thank you so much for taking the time to call in today. And I thought about this question over and over last night, so I wanted to ask you. When you look back, because you've got such history even behind your name. It carries a lot of weight. Now, this is my question for you today. When you look back on, the prosecuting the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing, nearly 40 years ago, after the attack, what was the most powerful lesson you carried from that experience?
It's a great question, and there's a lot of lessons, I think. I think one of the most powerful lessons it is just to never give up on seeking the truth.
Amen.
I think that is, the truth in today's world is something that sadly is in short supply.
I agree.
And I really believe that what we did in our prosecution was simply seeking more than justice. We were seeking the truth.
Mm-hmm.
What happened, why, and as best we could tell it. And I think that that's really important for folks to remember these especially in today's world.
Absolutely.
There's a lot that can be said about the victims. There's a lot can be said about the movement and the effect of that bombing. But at the end of the day, the delay was something that you just needed to seek the truth.
I agree. Well, to follow that question up, what do you believe gave the families, those 4 girls, the strength to wait so long and still hold on for hope and justice?
You know, I really believe that despite the troubles, despite the tragedy, despite the ups and downs that those families saw in Birmingham and America, that those families had an abiding belief in this country, in the system of justice that was created, in the democracy that we've created and that we've enjoyed for so long. I just think that, you know, it was a little bit different time, and we didn't have the social media influencers and stuff like that you see today, which I think is not necessarily a good thing, because I do think that folks like the McNair family, the Robertson family, those folks just had this abiding faith, and that they truly believed that justice would come to them, and fortunately it did.
Absolutely. And you know, my last question, because I know I said I wasn't going to keep you long, but my question now, how did this case change the way you view justice, not just as an attorney, but as an American citizen?
Oh, that's probably the $64,000 question. I give these speeches a lot, or I have over the years, to lawyers, to judges, to civic groups, and I always end it, and I will end it this way, next week, that a case like this truly changes not just you as a lawyer, it changes you as a person.
Absolutely.
It gives you the sense that we are a community, that people should not die innocently, but just because of the color of their skin or for political reasons. And it really affects you deep down when you are, one, able to go back and look and see and understand why and how all of this happened. But then to see the system come through and to see a jury convict these men, the jury that was both racially diverse, age diverse, gender diverse, to do the right thing and to seek that truth and to seek that justice.
No doubt.
It really gives you a perspective, I think, going forward, that I wish more and more people would have.
Absolutely. And Senator Jones, I tell you, I'm not going to keep you long, but I do have to say this. I want to thank you for coming into Pensacola, coming on the 19th. I know that with your new book, Bending Toward Justice, I mean, everybody want to encourage everybody to get this book, and we cannot say it more profoundly. We appreciate the fact, the hard work of these 3 people here that share in this seat with me today, for bringing you in to bring this message to our people in Pensacola for such a time as it is, because it is so needed. I thank you for that, sir.
Well, you're very kind. I appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to coming down there and visiting with everybody.
Absolutely.
Well, we thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Senator. Thank you so much. And look, I want to get the opportunity to come up and shake your hand, okay?
Okay. We'll see you on the 19th, okay?
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Have a great day.
Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, everybody, we got 4 minutes, and I'll tell you, I just want our viewers to hear and see that this man is coming into Pensacola with a message like that. He did not stutter.
No.
Nor did he stammer.
No.
Of any of the questions that I asked.
You throw some good questions. Yeah. They're long sometimes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I forgot. I'm an old man. When I got to the end of it, I couldn't remember what was the first part of the question.
No, but you also seen me last night when I got home. I thought, what am I going to ask this man? Okay, how am I going to do this? But I wanted to make it significant.
Yes.
So that people can see how important it is to get your tickets, to be involved in an event that represents history.
Yes.
A man that took part in writing about the history that's coming in to share it with us in Pensacola. Yes. Tell them about those tickets again. Got to be in before 9/11.
Before September 11th,
right?
You can buy them, the individual tickets for $30, for a table of 8 for $220, If you want to buy them by credit card, you can go to esrba.com. I'm sure you've got the
Yes, we do.
graphics for that. If you want to do a check or something else, give us a call at 850-434-8135. We're a small staff, so we're not always in the office,
That's
so
right.
I don't want anyone to miss us, but I'll come deliver. We'll do whatever we need to do. And you will have hard tickets that you will need to show the day of, and we won't be able to, unfortunately, accommodate any walk-ins.
Exactly.
I just want to add, you heard his voice, and that's the enthusiasm I've been getting talking to him over the last few months. Forthright, but just a good old guy.
Just a good old, he said the good old boy.
Yeah.
It's a good old boy
I
thing.
think people will really
2 minutes.
enjoy it.
We're down to 2
come on.
minutes. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can. What I got from him is hope and persistence and perseverance.
Yes, no doubt. David?
For me, it's never too late to do the right thing.
Absolutely.
Never too late to do the right thing. And he said, I'm going to take this weight and put it on my shoulders, and we're going to make this happen because this wasn't right. We're going to do something about this today. And that's the message I'd like for your audience and our community to get out of this. It's never too late
Never
to do
too
the
late.
right thing.
Exactly. And when we say that, that's why I always tell you every single day, it is us. We can do anything if we put all of our resources together. Take the I out of the equation and it becomes us. And there is nothing that we cannot do. And I believe that from my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for coming in today because this was one show that everybody, you'll get to watch it again this afternoon at 6 o'clock. Time for us to get out of here, but we got work to do.
Yes.
We got work to do.
Yes.
I want to leave it with you, my friends, as I do every single day, and I mean this from my heart. Never, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember, if you keep God first in every single thing that you do, I can guarantee you this without a pause, that you will be a total success. So until you go get your tickets, look on my Facebook page, all 4 of them. You will find everything that you need to purchase your tickets for September the 19th. Get it in before September the 11th so you will not left out of the equation. Yes. So until tomorrow at 9 o'clock for another day of sunshine, know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm gone. Thank you guys so very much for coming in and doing what you do. It takes a lot, and I appreciate that from my heart that you shared it with me on my platform.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing it.
Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.